Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with the La Resistance mod. And we're playing as the Soviet Union, and we are getting ready to go to war with Finland. Or something. They may capitulate and just give us the territory as a possibility. Okay, Finland rejects our, we will crush them. Okay, so we can declare war. Conquer. We don't need to ask for allies. And of course, oh well, now they have appeared here. Okay, so we have that way 3 divisions will attack there. Now the big heavy hammer is going to hit here and drive that way. Here we're just mostly going to hold, I think. Yes, they projected. Okay, let's see, we're going to actually attack there. These guys are going to support that attack. Yeah, you can take that province. I don't care about that one. Just because the reason I don't care is I can hold back here in what looks to be maybe even a more defensible position, but this one would be able to be attacked from 4 different provinces, so it just looked to be not a good move. Did you ever visit Bovington Tank Museum? I appreciate you were here in Scotland. Have I ever been to Bovington? Yes. Have I ever been to the Bovington Tank Museum? No. They used to have, before they ever did any of the driving the tanks around, they had Battle Day. It was, well, I had some vehicles, but it wasn't so much. And it was on part of, it was away from the museum, didn't use the museum facilities. And I read about it in some wargaming magazines. And I sort of kind of kept that in mind when I scheduled one of my trips over there to go to one of the battle days. And reenactors and all different kinds of people were there for that. So I spent a good 2/3 of a day or something there, and there was definitely, you know, British recruiters and people showing some stuff off. So I have been to Bovington. I have not been to the Tank Museum. And so some of your Navy to intercept convoys, coastal bombardment. Well, I moved out all of my ships from, well, I guess we could, yeah, that would actually sort of work here. Let's move these BBs over here. They'll go up and sit out there. These guys, know what they're going to do is come out here and start laying mines now that we're at war and mine this area. We can't do that. And so I don't know when was the last time they held a Battle Day event. But that used to be a thing. And this was, I think, back in the late 80s. So this was a little time ago. Depending on who you are, maybe before you were born. Okay, paused, yes, okay. You rushed to Helsinki. You also rushed to Helsinki. But I'd like to go. I've been talking in concept, and a few people like Marcel has like said, hey, you know, if you ever come near Germany, you should come to the Munster Museum. He'd love to show me around and whatnot. Yeah, if I ever get back to, and I will someday, it just various reasons that have sort of been holding me back. Partially financially, but not entirely financially. That's a minor thing. I will definitely try to set up some meetups for and let you guys know that, you know, reasonably well enough in advance that you'll probably be able to do minor scheduling things so that we can all sort of get together. Now, whether I actually like manage to make it there for, you know, Tank Fest or anything like that, I don't, you know if anything like that in future. I'd love to go to that, but okay, better fighters. No, we don't need you to join our wars. Okay, you know, what do we do? Would you jump over there for that? Oh, you know what we could? Okay, we're already researching that. So yeah, someday I'd like to come and visit all you guys again. Okay, well, I think to hold this, we will attack there. These guys will attack that way and that way. We don't have to hold as long of a front if we do this right. Okay, well, we've got their capital. Well, I mean, they were doomed as... I mean, you know, this is just how dreadful the AI is. They were doomed as soon as they were trying to hold all this crap up here. Okay. Support that attack. Support that attack. Okay, Japanese Marianas Islands issue diplomatic protest. What is there actually now a political organization out here called the Japanese Marianas Islands? That's Guam. That's U.S. What's this? Oh, not the ocean. Okay, that's Britain. Saipan. Oh, it looks like there is a state owner. Caroline Islands. I don't know. Alright, attaches will be sent where they please. Hey, Gilmar. 9999. I think I got enough nines in there. You know, my God, can't the AI figure it out to hold out? Concentrate your forces, you know, like along this river here. And, you know, using some of the lakes to narrow down the front. They might actually be able to hold out for a little while. Still, if you're just mildly smart with a... With your attacks, the Soviet Union, of course, can overrun Finland fairly easily. Well, race up to their new capital. You could be cut off. Yes, it could, but I want to take their capital. Finland offers concessions our soldiers. Yeah, we'll just take this. You can send them home. Okay, well now that we have this. Okay, you can all come back here. I don't really care. Okay, lessons of war. Yeah, looks like we'll do that. Okay, and we are building here. Let's those. Well, let's add to those because we might as well try to hold up there, but we'll also try to hold down here a little more securely as well, just in case they push us back. Okay, well, don't know what you were all. Oh, they're all going back to the capital. That's right. Okay, well. I just don't trust the AI. Yeah, Narnia. Why does that sound appropriate for long? I don't know. Only start to worry if Lum actually is making sense. If he's not making sense, well then everything's okay. Yeah. This can be starting of our southern Corps of Armored Units. Yeah, let's swap to that fighter. These are all just because we recently poured in. Okay. Scout planes. Strategic bombers, we're just barely cranking any out. Fighters, tactical bombers. Well, I've sort of restrained myself, but let's go with some closer support to two factories. Okay, I don't know how much more fortification. You can easily get into the temptation of fortify, fortify, fortify. And although that's not entirely a bad idea, it does sort of become possibly counterproductive if we if we lose our forts and we need to retake them. Oh, what's going on? NASA helped. Okay, our new officers are... Okay, so we're slowly losing the negative effects of the purge. Okay, well, now...
Мирно. Слушаю.
Well.
Внимание. Выходим. Я готов. Выходим.
Okay, like I say, you see, I just can't trust the AI, because the AI, if I give them enough divisions, you know, like if I give them, if you have a 5-province front, I give them 5 divisions, they'll just spread the 5 divisions out along the front. And okay, that sort of kind of makes sense, especially in an AI sort of thinking way. But when you have a front like this, and even if I give them extra divisions, they won't use them well, because we can clearly see that like here and here are going to be more easily attacked because there's no river, you know, being part of the defense. But they're just as likely to double up units where you have better defenses, as well as units, you know, where they're, you know, equal defenses or whatever, how I want to say it. You know, the rivers are there. And so I just can't, no, I didn't want all of you, I just wanted to come there. We're going to keep us an actual sort of some right on Moscow, but we might as well. So that's just part of my manifold reason why I just don't trust. Which... just don't, can't, whatever. Trust the AI. You come down to the Southern Armored Group. We don't need 3 there, we just want, well, not that, I'm saying we don't need 3. 3 is an overkill. You come back, compared to everything else, you're going to sort of be skirmish troops. Yeah, looks like this guy. Yeah. Let's convert you to him and... Well, everybody loves the Who now. But you're supposed to put it in all caps. You tell us at Google that we should all do exactly what the Who says. Okay, we have these 4 divisions down here. Let's put 2 right there. Yeah, and it's not that who, the who. It's not the one that won't get fooled again. It's the one that will fool us again. Okay, how are we coming along? Okay, let's deploy these. I don't really care if they're all fully trained up or not. We're talking Soviet divisions here. Just want more and more and more of them. Now I'm vaguely hoping that some of these divisions that are up along the front line here will actually be able to fall back to our Stalin line here and help man it along with the units already on the Stalin. At least that's the hope. All right, what can we do with the government here? Limited conscription. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. And let's see about deploying some of those NKVD units. Just to sort of cheaply deal with some of these areas.
Жду приказа. Выходим.
Excuse me.
Брось.
Let's just crank out a few more of these rifles. Okay, lessons of war. Very good research. Yeah, let's go down that path.
Так точно.
Maybe check out man pads. I don't know that. Yeah, well, AA guns is about as good as they're going to get here. Well,
Жду приказа.
I'm really planning on giving up all of this terrain in here. So, at least that's my plan.
Выходим.
I don't know if that's a good plan, meaning whether we would lose it anyways. See, I'm trying to,
Внимание.
you know, I really look to Sun Tzu for my military leadership. You know, and so I'm trying to know myself, trying to know my enemy.
Я готов. Смирно.
And, you know, what battles we could possibly win and what will we lose. So if I just stick a big clump on Moscow, I don't know that that's a good idea. But with this sort of somewhat fortified line already here, hopefully be able to hold things if they break, excuse me, through here. So, okay, you know, if we get to the point where I have enough units, I will stick them on some of these random important cities just to sort of hold them. Well, we're almost into 41, so we could build this. So we're getting closer and closer. Oh, we could do this now. That would be great. Okay. Get that going, and we convert over to T-34s and Tu-2 by the Tupolev Research Bureau. Really declares war on Greece. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Yeah. Okay, we have plenty of equipment. I don't want to use up all of it, but I do want to definitely expand more divisions. Let's see if we can add one here. And no, we still can't do any more mountain divisions. Oh yeah, Lum, you're so right. It's ridiculous. And I could easily argue that the BMP shouldn't even be in the damn game because it's not a tank.
Я готов.
But yeah, I mean, and you go, well, yeah, neither is a Martyr, but yeah, Martyr was a tank destroyer or
Слушаю.
anti-aircraft guns. Well, they made the choice of having
Слушаю.
aircraft in the ground battles, so yeah, anti-aircraft guns. But APCs, even infantry fighting vehicles, are still just that. And the only reason, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we might as well make more. It's, well, no, before we do this, before we do more of that, we have a lot of air experience, so let's come here. Let's see what we can do for tactical. Well, range would be nice, and maybe engine improvements would be nice. 55. Okay, we'll do that. And do we, well, tactical bomber. Let's add range. That's going to eat up. I was thinking about doing the Stormovic, but we're going to have some casts, but not huge amounts, I don't think. But let's get our tactical bombers here. I'm gonna keep I don't know what my attrition rate's going to be, so having not played the Soviet Union here. So I'm gonna hold on, I'm presuming that they're swapping out. Oh, where are we supposedly getting? Okay, you come in here to help reduce the uppity Poles who are ungrateful for being liberated from relative freedom and prosperity. Okay, well, we're close enough, so let's come over here and but like we do have some planes here. Let's see about adding some more interwar fighter squadrons here. Okay, right. Let's do 100 there. Too big of an Arizona again. Why? Oh, we stick it in Kiev. Let's add one here too, as well. Oh, good, drunken barbarian. Then I've done my job for the day if I've made you laugh. Yeah, no, that just, this is part of the reason okay, I joined the Legionary Romania, joined the Axis. Part of the reason I've been reluctant to do the Soviet Union before is don't get me wrong, I despise the Nazis. It's not like I like the Nazis, but I find the Nazis actually fascinating. The British viewers may have heard of the show Time Team. It used to be a show about archaeology in Britain, I guess would be the short thing. Well, one of the main sort of archaeologists who's now passed, it was, I think, show more of the 90s, but he was an old guy then. He was sort of a medievalist in his archaeology, or in his real sort of discipline. And the thing that he was most fascinated by were monks and the whole monastery thing. But he was an atheist, So he's fascinated by these people that believe in God enough that they're devoting their, life to him and whatnot. And he doesn't believe that. And it's sort of like me and the Nazis. I'm a traditionalist. I'm not at all a Nazi and whatnot. But I find them fascinating. And so many aspects about it, Hitler's rise to power, Hitler was definitely a revolutionary. He tries to do a putsch, early on in 1924, but definitely a revolutionary at heart. But it's not quite the sort of Soviet or French Revolution style revolution. So I guess it should be saying Bolshevik at the time. But how he comes to power. He's not a German. He only actually becomes a German citizen just before becoming chancellor, because he wants to be able to hold the office. So the Nazis fascinate me. The Soviets, I don't find them fascinating like that. And I just purely see them as evil, so they're not as interesting to me. It's not that I'm not interested in Soviet history, I am, but it just doesn't hold nearly as high of a level of interest. We're going, I guess, all these divisions out if they can all be even the ones that are barely trained. Okay, that will get them out in the history. Yeah, Tony Robinson for Blackadder. Oh, I love Blackadder. You know, see more ATMs and well, stop playing your Italians. Stop playing your high level Italians. Okay, sort of been waiting for this big batch of Soviet units. Okay, well, let's split them in half. We'll send half sort of up here to join the lines here. The other half sort of complete the southern line. Not enough manpower or equipment to fill our garrisons. Missing tow artillery. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, we need to step up production of towed artillery. What does that mean? It means we're going to fully do that. And we're going to make sure we're constructing more and more military factories. But way, way back here. Oh, you're playing 5.7 and you're getting ATG. Oh, 6, yeah. 6.7. Well, okay. I was playing at 6.2. Been playing that very much for the last few days. And I haven't run into a single ATGM that I can remember at 6.2. So obviously I could be up tier to 7.2. Yeah. Oh, I know there was shortages. But I don't, I've obviously spammed all that out. That's getting these guys ground up. I think all of these units here have all of their artillery. Yeah, these guys are fully equipped here. But it's the units that are training that aren't. So we have a lot of... No, we want to come down here. Here. Let's move. Wish these worked like 23 counters.
Готов выдвигаться. До приказа.
So much easier to manage. Okay.
Готов выдвигаться. Так точно. Брось.
Now remember, to hold everything is to hold nothing.
Готов выдвигаться. Внимание.
But we are going to try to hold as much as we can along here.
Я готов. Брось.
Well, they're revolting. You go back over here.
Брось. Так точно. Я готов. Я готов.
All right, well, we're going to end this episode here, not the live stream. So thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. And of course, if you haven't already, please post your comments below.